reviews and offer a great experience to users. This is what website marketing is all about. A website is the focal point of all digital marketing campaigns and the medium to present your brand to the online world. The next action that John should take is to start thinking about content. In the digital world, marketing is done through the use of online content. Things like blog posts, videos, images, and podcasts are some of the content types he can use to grab the audience's attention and generate interest in his brand. This is what content marketing is all about. Through a well-planned content marketing strategy, John can identify his audience's problems and create valuable and relevant content to satisfy their needs. The next task John has to deal with is search engine optimization. SEO will help John's website to rank higher in the search results and reach the billions of people that use search engines on a daily basis. During this stage, he will make sure that his content is relevant to what users want and that search engines can access and understand his website. He will use different SEO techniques to convince ranking algorithms that his website deserves to be in the top positions of the results for keywords related to his business. SEO is the best form of online marketing that can get you highly targeted traffic 24/7 without paying for it. But it takes time to work. So while waiting for SEO to work, John can explore other channels like PPC advertising. With PPC advertising, John can show his ads on top of the Google search results and in the thousands of websites that participate in the Google Advertising Network. Every time someone clicks an ad and visits his website, John will pay a fee to the advertising platform. His ads will not be shown to all users, but to those who are actively searching for information related to his offerings. The next item in John's task list is social media marketing. To further expand his reach, he needs to have a presence in the same places his potential customers hang out, and this is none other than social networks. Websites like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have billions of active users that might be interested in John's brand. These platforms have advertising tools you can use to segment their users based on their location, interests, demographics, and target them with image and video ads. As John's audience grows and more people visit his website, he can start engaging with them. The best channel for this task is email marketing. Email is the most commonly used communication medium and a highly effective sales channel. Through carefully crafted email messages, John can keep his audience engaged and nurture them until they become new customers. A lot of users are turning to YouTube, TikTok, and other video platforms before they make a buying decision. John can take advantage of this by creating amazing videos that help people solve a problem, make a decision, or simply have fun. Besides being a great sales channel, video marketing is one of the best ways to increase brand awareness and build a community of loyal followers. The last, but certainly not least channel John can use is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is one of the oldest forms of marketing that has grown considerably with the rise of the internet. The way it works is simple. John will give a commission to other people for promoting his products on their website and audience. For John, this means more business, while his affiliates are getting a commission for each sale. Affiliate marketing is not market.
Okay, greetings to everyone. We are glad to have you back. Please, if you can get me 5 on 5, indicate. Please, if you can get me 5 on 5, you can indicate on the chat box. You're getting me 5 on 5. Okay. Okay, good. So good evening, greetings to you all, and once more you're welcome to day 2 of the Digital Marketing Summit. So we are glad to have you back here, and we are going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. So please grab your pens and your books because it's going to be yet another interesting session, and you're going to learn a whole lot of things. So yesterday, we're basically looking at the introduction to digital marketing, what digital marketing is all about, how it started, how it came about. And I believe that most of us must have, for those that were not able to attend yesterday, you must have gone through the recorded session and you have an idea of what digital marketing is all about. So I don't know, can someone just give me, someone can just write in the chat box what you actually understood yesterday about digital marketing. Okay, so you just give me an answer in the chat box. I am waiting. And so while waiting, yesterday we learned about digital marketing. We're taught about how it came, what it is all about, and then the different modules of digital marketing. And we started with 2 of the modules yesterday, that is social media marketing, and I believe most of us know what it is, and also content marketing. Okay, so Mr. Chris says digital marketing is the product. Okay, Mr. Chris says digital marketing is the process of selling a product or brand using the internet. Okay, Mr. Chris, thank you for that. Yes. So anyone else? Whatever you learned yesterday, please just give it. Okay, Mr. Sylvester. Digital marketing we learned yesterday has to do with marketing using the internet. Beautiful, Mr. Sylvester. Thank you for that. Okay. So I don't know, Mr. Maguna, Mr. This one, iPhone. So I don't know if your name is actually iPhone. So waiting to hear from you. Now, without wasting much of our time, like I said, today is going to be yet another interactive session, and without wasting much of our time, because we really have a whole lot to learn again today. So we're going to dive in straight into the business, into the real deal. And so we're going to begin. We're going to continue from where we stopped yesterday, which was with content marketing. Yes. So the person to be doing that will be Mr. Derek Njia. He was one of the presenters yesterday, and he was actually the one he presented on content marketing. So he's going to continue today. And for those of us who do not know who Mr. Derek is, that's if you were not there yesterday, and if perhaps you haven't yet watched the recorded session, well, Mr. Derek is actually a certified CPD UK digital marketer, marketing expert, and he has been working in the field for over 5 years. So he has 5 years of experience, and he has worked with several companies such as Spark Afrique and African Inclusive Institution, where he held the position of Chief Marketing Officer. So I believe all of us, he has a whole lot to teach us. So please grab your pens and papers as we welcome Mr. Derek to continue from where he stopped. So Mr. Derek, good evening. The floor is given to you.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Madam Bime Loira, for giving me the opportunity. Once again, it's a pleasure to be back. Hello, everybody. I hail you all for being here. Before I start, I want to know if you were here yesterday, please, can I get a yes in the chat area? Just say yes if you were here yesterday in the chat area. If you were here yesterday, can I get a yes in the chat area? Please, real quick. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Real quick. Okay, a couple of you guys were here yesterday, and I'm happy that you are here again today to follow up. And if this is your first time helping in, please tighten your seatbelt, get a notebook and a pen, and get ready to start jotting down some knowledge that will help you right away. Okay, I'm sure somebody's trying to ask a question, but right now we can't answer your question. Please follow the presentations and you will table your questions at the end of the presentation. We spoke about a couple of things yesterday, and we mentioned a couple of principles that will help us thrive within the content marketing space. And I remember that I did said a lot. And we spoke about effective content marketing strategies for success. Before I do that, I'm going to quickly share my screen. Please. Okay. Okay, Madam Bimi, can you see my screen from your end, please?
Yes, Mr. Derek, I can see.
Awesome. So a briefing of what we did yesterday, we spoke about content marketing as a vital to digital success, driving brand awareness, engagement, and conversions, key strategies, knowing your audience. We spoke about this 20 principles that will help you through your content creation or content marketing journey as a digital enthusiast, as I call you guys. And we made mention of the fact that you need to know your audience, set clear goals, create high quality content, consistent posting schedule. We made mention of keyword research. We spoke about diversifying your content formats, and we spoke about storytelling. We also spoke about the fact that you have to be able to solve problems within your niche. We made mention of the fact that guest posting and collaboration cannot be overstated. And we spoke about email marketing integration as time goes on. We spoke about promoting on the different social media platforms. And we also spoke about measuring and analyzing your content as time goes on to be able to tell how well the performance is over time. We also made mention of the fact that creating evergreen content that stays relevant over time is something that is very, very important. We made mention of user-generated content, adapt, and we said you have to adapt and evolve with the trends and the technology, with the trends in the digital space, and also with the technology as time goes on. So these are just a few among the 20 principles that we spoke about concerning effective content marketing strategies that will help you thrive within the digital marketing space. And today, today's part two, we want to talk about how well storytelling can influence our content creation journey within the digital marketing space. So I want to start by saying that in the world of content marketing, the ability to craft compelling content and master storytelling is a formidable superpower that will boast, in fact, that will help you to thrive through your content creation journey. So crafting compelling content and mastering storytelling, again, is what we are talking about. And I'm saying that in the world of content marketing, the ability to craft compelling content and master storytelling is a formidable superpower, guys. It's the difference between content that fits into obscurity and content that, that etches an enduring impression on your audience's mind. That kind of content that places a fingerprint in the minds of your audience. That's the kind of content we want for you guys to be able to put out there. If you were here yesterday and you are still following this summit today, then you are better placed to perform better even after this summit. And if you're just joining in, please make sure that you hold the points seriously, because this is what's going to help you, go far within the digital space. Let's dive deeper into the art of crafting compelling content and storytelling, enriched with industry insights and the wisdom of industry leaders. Yes, there's a lot of insights I'm going to be sharing with you guys this evening to empower every digital marketing enthusiast in this summit. So if you are just coming in again, make sure that you got a pen, got a paper or a book aside to jot down some points. The very key point we're going to be starting with is the fact that you need to understand your audience again. Yesterday we spoke about knowing your audience. Today we are saying that you need to understand them. You need to understand your audience. So content marketing generates 3 times as many leads as traditional marketing, primarily because it resonates with a specific audience needs. It resonates with a specific audience needs. Now, this is what the Content Marketing Institute is telling me. So if you can see how far the content marketing, being good in content marketing can take you within the digital space, without you necessarily doing paid advertising, without you necessarily, being good in other aspects of marketing that needs you to spend money. Just by being able to craft compelling content. You guys have already heard that it can help you generate 3 times as many leads as traditional marketing, primarily because it resonates with the specific audience needs. And that's why we say when you create a niche within the social media space, you have to ensure that your content tie well with the niche you have created. So before you start crafting content, you must know your audience inside out. What are their pain points, interests, and aspirations? You have to be able to tell their aspirations. Tailor your content to address their specific needs. This is something that is very, very important, guys. You guys need to take these points really, really serious. The second point, serious, we need to start with a hook. Start with a hook. Understand your audience. Start with a hook. That's what the second point is telling us. Start with a hook. Industry insights. You will learn that a mere 2% of readers will finish reading content that lacks a compelling headline. In the vast ocean of content, your opening is your life boy. That means how you introduce yourself, or how you give an intro to every content that you place on any platform is something that is very, very important. So you have to be able to capture your audience's attention, their attention with a magnetic headline and a mind-bending question. You have to be able to do this, guys. The opening of your content should grab your reader's attention immediately. It is a gateway to your engagement. This particular thing, you might minimize it, but how well it plays a role in your content creation career we cannot too much belabor on that. So you have to be able to capture your audience attention with a magnetic headline, a mind-bending question, or an unforgettable anecdote. This is what public speakers say. You have to be able to capture the attention of your audience with a compelling anecdote. Let me say this. Use a compelling headline, a thought-provoking question, or a captivating anecdote to draw them in. It is very important. It is very, very important. So you have to start your presentations, whether in writing, whether in a video, a short video presentation, with a hook. This is what it simply means. This is what it simply means. If you are ready to craft compelling content and tell stories that will convert. The next point says you need to know your message. Know your message, guys. Know your message. At least 60% of content marketers with a documented strategy consider their content. They consider their content marketing efforts to be effective. So emphasizing the importance of a clear message is very, very important. In this case, you need to know your message. Every piece of content should wield a specific message or purpose. Whether you seek to educate, entertain, inspire, or persuade, your content message should shine through, guiding your readers on their journey. So every piece of content should have a clear message or purpose. If you have a script of 5 minutes to do for a YouTube video, ensure that every paragraph or every phrase on your script has a clear message and purpose you want to pinpoint to your audience during your presentation. Else, before you end the video, you will discover that if you was maybe on a live session, or maybe if you had to do maybe a live talk, before you finish the live talk, your audiences might be sleeping already. So whether it's to inform, entertain, inspire, or persuade, your content should communicate its message effectively, guys. This is something that is very, very important. This is very, very important. So looking at the fourth point says structure matters. Structure matters to your presentation, to your storytelling techniques, to your content creation journey. Users typically spend 5.59 seconds looking at a website written content. This is what Nielsen Naman Group says. I'm a digital marketing professional, so I do a lot of research, guys. If I'm giving you these statistics, sorry, I won't put them in the sorry, I won't put them on the slides, you guys, because this is offhand, and so we are saying that structure matters. Organize your content logically. Use headings, subheadings, and bullet points to make it scalable. To make it scalable. A well-structured piece of content is easier to digest. Yes. Imagine your content as an architectural marvel. Let me use this example. It's structure. The blueprint, employ headings, subheadings, and bullet points to transform it into a user-friendly, easily digestible masterpiece. When you put down a good content for presentation, and you make it and you structure it well, you discover that not only does it release stress, but it also becomes very easy for you to present, even as the content creator himself. So your structure, how you structure your content, is something that you need to take it very, very, very serious, guys. And that takes us to the next point, which is our point 5. We're saying that you have to tell stories. Oh my God. Tell stories. Tell stories. Before I go, I want to say that 85% of consumers want to see more video content from brands. They want to see more video content from brands. Yes. 85% of consumers, 85% of consumers want to see more video content from brands. I got this from the CEO of HotSpot, Brian Halligan. Like from HotSpot itself, 85% of consumers want to see more video content from brands. Why? Because brands focus more on telling compelling stories. They give testimonials about how the products or the services they are rendering to the clients are transforming the lives of other people. And a lot of customers want to see or to know how far your product has gone in the market, or how well the product, or what's in it in the product for me, And the what's in it in the product for the client in this case always comes with a story, always comes with a testimonial of another person that will encourage that client to purchase that service or that product. So telling stories as a content creator or somebody who wants to thrive in his content creation journey or career is something that is very, very important. Stories are the web and webs of human connection. It's very, very important. It helps you connect more on a personal level with your audience. It helps you connect more on a personal level with your audience. So weave them into your content fabric with anecdotes. Your content fabric with anecdotes, personal experience or case studies. So when you tell your personal experience or case studies about your product or service as a content creator, or maybe about your particular niche, it helps your audience to connect better with your brand. So stories have a unique power to engage and connect with readers emotionally. Incorporate telling stories techniques into your content by sharing anecdotes, personal experiences, or case studies. This is something that is very, very important, guys. And that's our top 5 point. We want to look at what the number 6 has to give us. Create relatable characters. Create relatable characters. Create relatable characters. Introduce characters, whether real or fictional. That's why sometimes creating content on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, sometimes we use emojis, we use some kind of fictional words to make it more relevant because we want to get the attention of the audience that come across such content. So you have to use, you can introduce characters, whether they are fictional, whom your audience can recognize in themselves. This is to help make the content more relatable to your audience. So characters breathe life into your story, rendering it relatable and impactful. It's something that is very, very important, guys. It's something that shouldn't be taken lightly. Whether you're writing a blog post, whether you're doing a short video and you want to put a caption for the video and a description as well, whether you want to do maybe a newsletter, whether you want to do a guest post, this is very, very important. In your stories, introduce relatable characters, real or fictional. Your audience should be able to see themselves in these characters, making the stories more impactful. So about 64% of consumers cite shared values as the primary reason they have a relationship with a brand. So about 64% of all the customers you may be ranging a particular service, a particular product, or you may be writing content for, about 64% of those of such customers, they always tell stories about how impactful your brand is to them based on the service or the product you're ranging. And this has to do with how your content characters best relate or best suit with the kind of audience you're creating content for. We want to see what number 7 has to give us. Evoke emotion. Evoke emotion. Oh my God. Evoke emotion. Before I dive into this, I want to be sure that you guys are following up. If you are following up, please, can you turn on your mic and say yes? Because I can't see the chat area right now. I can't see the chat area right now. If you're following
yes,
it, let me get a yes. Awesome. Awesome. So emotionally connected customers are around about 52% more valuable than those who are just highly satisfied. I got this from the Harvard Business Review. I got this from the Harvard Business Review. Sorry, I'm used to the search engine journal, so I get a lot of info from there too as well. Emotionally connected customers are 52% more valuable than those who are just highly satisfied. Harvard Business Review gives me this, guys. So stirring emotion is the alchemy of unforgettable content. Is very, very, very important. Shouldn't be taken lightly. Whether it's laughter, empathy, excitement, or even sadness, crafting content that resonates on an emotional level leaves an indelible mark. Why? Because when you evoke emotion within your content, the audience find themselves involved. They can best relate with that kind of feeling. So great stories evoke emotions, whether it's laughter, empathy, excitement, or even sadness. Tapping into emotions makes your content memorable, guys. you have to inculcate this into your content creation journey. You look at a couple of, I like to take examples on a couple of content creators from Nigeria. You will discover, if you watch a lot of these guys that thrive within the digital space, you will see a lot of this in their content. So you have to get this involved into your content as well. You have to be able to use vivid imagery. Vivid imagery, that is the number 8 point. Vivid imagery is something that you cannot take it lightly, guys. Articles with images receive 94% more views than those without images. Get this, take this down. Articles with images receive 94% more views than those without images. So we are saying that your words should be a brush stroke, painting vivid mental images for your readers. You have to be able to paint a mental picture for your readers. Use descriptive language and metaphors to help them visualize what you are describing. I have one content creator for web development, WordPress, and social media marketing. Freddy Corpus Hook. I used to follow him on YouTube. This guy is very good at imagery and the aspect of evoking emotion through content creation as well. Even as a digital advertiser, he's very good in this. So you guys should be able to. You have to. If you're ready to take this, if you're taking this as a career, or if you have a brand that you want to make it thrive within the digital space, this is something that you shouldn't take it lightly. It's very, very important. Apart from using vivid imagery, the next point is telling us something that is very, very important you catch as well. And we're saying that you have to be able to build suspense. Build suspense. I want to use an illustration from email campaigns. And I want to give a particular kind of percentage that I think is very, very optimal. And I got this authentic tool with the Marketing Dive. It says email campaigns with personalized subjects, like email campaigns with personalized subject lines have a 26% higher open rate. Now, this is because when you send an email, when you craft content that keeps your audience on the edge of their seats, pose questions, hints at solutions, and gradually unveil the key revelations to keep them engaged. Now, when you send emails that have good, well-personalized subjects, there's high probability that they get a higher open rate, because when they read the header, automatically there's that kind of suspense that's created mentally, because they're thinking of what the content of that email could be, and they can't hesitate to go read what the content has to say, even if it is fake. So keep your audience engaged by building anticipation and suspense, even through email marketing. Pose questions, hints at solutions, and gradually reveal key information. That will help you a lot, even through your email marketing process. We spoke about the fact that you have to be able to integrate email marketing into your process of content creation as time goes on. While during our summit yesterday, and we're still saying that the fact that building suspense even through email marketing is something that is very, very, very crucial. Show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. That's the 10th principle to hold really seriously, guys. You should show. You shouldn't tell. Again, the CEO of HubSpot, Brian Halligan, once said, marketing used to be about making a myth and telling it. But now, marketing is about telling the truth and sharing it. Now, what happens is that when you tell the truth, you show people. When you tell the truth, you show. But when you make a myth, you only tell. When you make a myth, you only tell. It means that you in a digital space, it's not fiction. It's not about something that doesn't exist. It's about what exists. And that's why when it has to do with intellectual property in the digital space, as far as content creation is concerned, it's something that you have to really understand how it works. People hear you talk, they want to see results. So when you tell the truth, you show them. And this is why that's why we're saying that as you grew within your content creation, as you grew with your content creation career, instead of simply stating facts, show the detail through storytelling. Allow your readers to draw their own conclusions from the narrative. Now, you have to get to that point where you can tell a story that does not end, and you trigger the attention of your audience to be able to draw conclusions from the narrative without you necessarily concluding. So that is how far you should be able to go, and this comes with time. Okay, making use of everything that we shared with you guys from yesterday up to now, you will really be you get to be perfect in this particular aspect. And we're saying that you have to use the power of conflict. Oh my God. I'm wondering what you guys will understand by the power of conflict in this case. Now, I want to give you a very striking scenario. I want to make a striking point by saying that 90% of B2B buyers want content with credible opinions from industry influencers. Those of you who are used to LinkedIn, you will be familiar with the word B2B. So if you don't know it, you have to go check it out. 90% of B2B buyers want content with credible opinions from industry influencers. So conflict adds depth and intrigue to your content. Conflict adds depth. Every compelling story has some form of conflict, whether it's a problem to solve, whether it's a challenge to overcome, or a decision to make. Conflict adds depth and intrigue. So you have to be able to, keep your readers captivated using the power of conflict. You have to be able to do that. Now, you may not really get this deeper now, but I'm sure after this presentation, you have to go back and watch the video to get really soaked into this knowledge, so that it will help transform your content on these different social media platforms. The next point is telling us that we have to be able to provide value. I spoke about the 80-20 rule yesterday. We spoke about the 80-20 rule, and when we're talking about the difference between quality and quantity, and we're saying that in as much as quantity is very, very important, you have to ensure that your quality that the quantity you're pouring out there is of quality. Because if the quantity you're pouring out there is not of quality, the person who is providing less quality will overcome you, or will be at the top, whereas you are there providing quantity. So you need to be able to provide value. You have to be able to provide enough value. And we're saying that 70% of customers prefer to learn about products through content rather than traditional advertisements. Now, when you build a brand, you help such that the audience within your niche get to know about your service, your product, your brand more better through the content you put out there. But the kind of merely through advertising, they won't be able to get the more insights about your brand, your service, or whatever your product is all about. So why storytelling is crucial in this case? Ensure your content provides value. Educate, inform, or entertain your audience while delivering your message. This is something that is very important. Some people do not just know how to be able to be entertaining when they are serious, because I know when it gets to educative content, some people get to be very, very serious. You have to learn how to inform. You have to be able to entertain your audience while in as much as you deliver value. And that takes us to the next point, which says you have to make it personal. Now, if you love what you do as a brand, as a person, you are going to make it personal. And we say that you can agree that 94% of marketers agree that personalization is critical to current and future success. Why is it so much important? Personalization is so much important because it helps you forge a deeper connection with your audience by sharing personal anecdotes. We have mentioned this over and over. And experience. When you share personal experience with your audience, when you share personal experience when relevant, personal stories add authenticity and relatability. In fact, it helps your audience to be able to relate more better with your content when you make it personal. When you make it personal, share personal experiences whenever relevant. Personal stories build authenticity and a stronger connection with your audience. This is something that you should also consider very, very much if you want to strive creating compelling content and telling stories that connect with your audience in a more personal level. So end with impact. Always end with impact, guys. Always end with impact. Let me say this: 70% of customers say that understanding how they use products and services is very important to winning their business, The conclusion of your content should be a crescendo. It should be something that is, in it. You have to be able to summarize your message, provide a clear call to action, or leave your audience with a profound thought to ponder. That's the meaning of ending with impact. That's the meaning of ending with impact. The conclusion of your content should leave a lasting impression on your audience. Very, very important, guys. Summarize your message. Always summarize your message. Offer a call to action or leave your audience with something to ponder on. That is what the next point is telling us. The number 15 point is saying that you should edit and refine. Crafting compelling content often requires multiple drafts. Edit, and refine. If you have to do a short script for maybe a 5-minute YouTube video, make sure that the script is well edited, is well refined. Ensure that the grammar is okay. Edit ruthlessly to ensure clarity, coherence, and consciousness is something that is very important. In fact, 94% of readers pay attention to the quality of writing. So poor grammar and spelling can negatively impact your content's credibility. For those our content writers, if you post often and you write on a different social media platform, ensure that you check this, guys. It can ruin your brand for good. It can ruin your content. So crafting compelling content often demands multiple revisions. Edit ruthlessly to ensure clarity, coherence, and consciousness. That's what we are seeing. That's what we are seeing, guys. The point number 16 says, you should test and learn. Test and learn. Oh my God. Now, for those of you who might have, if this is your first time attending a digital summit like this one, I was going to mention something about the A/B testing, and I'm not going to say it because it's going to take a lot of you guys off here. So we are saying that you have to test and learn. So be fearless in experimenting with various storytelling techniques and content formats. Harness analytics to gain insights into what resonates most with your audience. So when you can use analytics for A/B testing, you can use analytics for different experiments, to experiment different kind of content to see which one performs better, and then you decide on which one and then you decide to focus on the one that best performs, performs the other. So don't be afraid to experiment with different storytelling techniques and connect and content formats. Use analytics to learn what resonates best with your audience, guys. This is something that is very important. You have to test and learn as you create your content for the different social media platforms. You have to be able to test and to learn. And this takes us to the last, but not the least point that I'm going to bring up. And it says you have to practice, 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 and practice. Content marketing costs 62% less than traditional marketing and generates about 3 times as many leads. So you could get a lot of leads from creating content. Yesterday, I made mention of the fact that marketing, the process of content creation is all downstream to making sales, from driving traffic to leads to later on converting the leads to sales. So remember that content mastery is an evolving art. It thrives on practice. So it thrives on practice. So you continually grow on this aspect daily, just like any skill. Just like any skill, guys. Crafting compelling content and storytelling improves with practice. Keep honing your craft by consistently creating and sharing content. If you start today and you give up tomorrow, you may not know how well the changes in the digital space are impacting your brand. And maybe when you come back months later or a year later, you might have been left behind because you will be out-knowledged. So crafting compelling content and mastering storytelling is a relentless expedition, guys. It's an ongoing journey, in fact. It's an ongoing journey. It's about forging a profound connection with your audience, leaving them enlightened, entertained, or moved. When you succeed in this endeavor, your content transcends mere words. It becomes a memorable experience. And that's why you could get a lot of followers and audiences that would like to share your content and that will watch your videos, that will read your content, that will comment on your posts over and over, and that will engage with your content on different social media platforms over and over again. So it's about connecting with your audience on a deeper level, guys. Leaving them inspired, informed, or moved. When you succeed in this endeavor, your content becomes more than words. It becomes a memorable experience. Effective content marketing strategies for success is what you need, guys. And that has brought us to the very end of our presentation today. Thanks for having me again. My name is Derek. You've all heard from Madam Lyra from the beginning, and I hope that you learned something. We needed to do this because you had to complete what you started yesterday. And I'm sure that those who were here yesterday have really gotten a whole bunch of knowledge. Thanks so much for having me again, Mr. Tamil. Thanks to the Data Group Institute and every other person in this summit. If you have any questions, please do well to ask them by putting them down in the chat area, and we will respond to that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Derek, for that explicit explanation. I'm really happy to see you guys once again to the two of our Digital Marketing Summit. Please, if you have any question directed to Mr. Derek, feel free to ask, and I believe he'll be able to give you an answer. Please, if you have a question, feel free to ask before we move on to the next module. Yes, Sylvester.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Derek. That was amazing. That was so much value. We are grateful. All right, so I want to ask, concerning the content creation, it's very obvious that we can't separate digital marketing from content creation or content marketing. So someone who intends to build a career around this, not with a job mentality, but from the standpoint of an entrepreneur, or let's say an agency, where you'll be dealing with so many companies or clients, would you advise that we outsource our content creation if it comes to videoing, especially video creation, so that you concentrate on what you are good at? I don't know if you got my question.
What you're trying to say, let me try to coil what you're trying to say. What you're trying to say, as a digital marketing agency, and if you want to, maybe you don't have that skill to be able to create maybe video content, or maybe to get maybe audio or images for your designs, can you outsource that particular feature that you want some other company to help you get that particular feature or that particular module? Is that what you're asking?
That's correct.
Okay. It all depends. When you say you are a digital marketing agency, obviously everybody believes that you should be able to produce, you should be able to deliver whatever it takes. Okay, you should be able to give them whatever is required as a digital marketing agency. Because when we talk about a digital marketing agency, there's a difference between a digital marketing agency and a branding agency. Okay, a branding agency might just be there to help you design your logos, your business cards, and so on. But for a digital marketing agency, it's a whole lot. So if you decide to outsource, then that should be between you and the company which you are outsourcing that particular service to. Okay, so maybe a third party should not know about that, because you have presented yourself as a digital marketing agency. So your client actually knows that you are capable of producing, you are capable of giving them what they want. Right? So if you're unable to do that, or if you make them believe that you are unable to do that particular aspect of creating content, then it might become a problem for you. But we always advise, try to get someone, or try to ensure that your agency has the skills to be able to create good quality content. I think that's just what I can tell you.
All right. Thank you.
I think I've answered your question. Is it okay?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, guys. So any other question before we move on? We have a lot to cover. I don't know if we are even going to cover that today. We have a lot to cover. Any other question? Okay. If we don't have a question, then we should move on to the next module. So we've looked at social media marketing. We've looked at content creation. So we are going to be talking about we're going to talk about search engine marketing and search engine optimization. Those are one of the major digital marketing modules. Okay, I'm not really going to dwell more on slides. I'll dwell more on practical, I'll dwell more on explaining or trying to make sure you understand what we are talking about. Okay, slides might just be there to guide you or to make you understand the various steps, but I'm really going to base this practically. So please make sure you pay attention. If you have your jotters, make sure you try to jot down one or two things. Okay, so let's begin with search engine marketing. The question now is, what is search engine marketing? When we talk about search engine marketing, it's divided into two. We have the paid, we have what we call paid ads, okay, and we have what we call the free ads. Okay, so when we say search engine marketing, we are talking about both the organic ads and the free ads. So the free ads, as far as search engine marketing is concerned, is known as PPC, what we call pay per clicks, or what we call Google Ads. Then the free ad is what we call search engine optimization. Now, sometimes people get confused between search engine marketing and search engine optimization. Now, when we talk about search engine optimization, when you bring up the word search engine marketing, what comes into the mind of so many people is Google Ads or PPC, which is very correct, okay? Because when we're talking about digital marketing is all about spending money online. If you're not spending money online, then you are not really into digital marketing. That's why at the Data Group Institute, when we are teaching you the various modules, we pay more attention to those modules that you will spend money, all right, to be able to get results, which means you focus more on paid ads on social media platforms, paid ads on Google, and of course, search engine optimization, which is a must. You really need to know more about that because it has to do more with websites. Okay, so what is search engine marketing, or what is PPC? Search engine marketing is simply you using different search engines to reach out to specific audience. You're paying search engines to reach out to specific audience. Okay, when we're looking at social media marketing, we talked about the organic and the paid. And for you to be able to reach out to so many people or to reach out to a specific audience, you can pay these social media platforms and you'll be able to reach out to these people. With as little as $1, you can reach out to 2,000, 3,000 people without necessarily having followers on your business account. The same thing applies with search engine marketing. Okay, so search engine marketing is simply you paying search engine platforms to showcase your business to a specific audience. We always emphasize on specific audience because you have to define your audience. There should be an audience target. You should be targeting a specific audience. That's why we say you are paying these platforms to show your ads to a specific audience, not just to any audience, but to a specific audience. There's a general word which we always say during when we're talking about search engine marketing, which is known as PPC. That's the pay per click. Okay, we're going to talk about that and you're going to understand why it is called pay per click or why people always talk about Google Ads. Now, so many people have looked at Google Ads as a myth. What do I mean by a myth? It's like, it's very difficult for you to understand. In fact, it's something very huge. But by the end of this session, you actually come to understand what Google Ads is. So that when you're actually getting into digital marketing, you actually know that this is what you are going to achieve when you complete PPC or when you complete search engine marketing. Now, I will talk about search engine marketing and search engine optimization together so you can understand more better. So I'm going to share my screen right now, just share my browser. So you guys will follow up, please follow up very well because of time, I'll be a little bit fast, but I will make sure I explain it very well so you understand. So just give me a minute and I'm going to share my screen. Okay, now, can anybody identify this screen which I've just shared? Can you identify what you can see on your screen? Can anybody? Anyone? I just opened it up. Yes, who can identify this, please?
It's a Google site.
This is the Google site, okay? Any other person?
Or the Google homepage, yeah.
The Google homepage, that's great. Who else? Who else? Okay, now what I have just shared with you guys is the Google search engine. Now, what is a search engine? A search engine is just a tool which we use to browse through the web. Without a search engine, we can't have access to any website on the internet. It is thanks to search engines that we are able to have access to various websites on the internet. Now, there are different types of search engines. This is just one of them. Google is a search engine. Another search engine is the Yahoo. Yahoo is equally a search engine, okay? So with the help of Yahoo, we can get access to different websites. Another search engine is what we call Bing. Bing is equally a search engine, which means that If today Google collapses, they decide that they don't want to exist again, they want to shut down, we can have access to the websites which we've been having access to on Google. We can equally have access to them on different search engines. Example, if I type here Amazon.com, the website is going to pop up, right? It's going to pop up. I've just searched this on the Google search engine. Now, if I go to the Yahoo search engine and I still type the Amazon.com, we're still going to have access to what? This is Amazon, right? We're still going to have access to Amazon. So all this search engine will still give us access to what? The various websites. So websites do not depend on a specific search engine. You can use any search engine to do what? To search for a website. Another thing is that don't get confused between a search engine and a browser. There's a difference between a search engine and a browser. A search engine is simply that tool which we use in order to do what? To search for a website. While a browser is an application, okay? It's an application that helps us to have access to a search engine, okay? An application, so browsers help us to get access to a search engine, while search engines help us to get access to what? Various websites. So there are different types of browsers. We have the Google Chrome browser. Most of you have it on your smartphones. We have the Safari browser, which is found on iOS products. We have the Brave browser. There are so many different browsers. We have the Google Chrome browser. All these browsers give us access to search engines, and search engines give us access to what? To websites. So I can use Firefox to get access to what? I can use Firefox because currently I'm using the Google Chrome browser. I am currently using the Google Chrome browser because I believe it's more flexible. But I can decide to use Firefox, and I will still use Firefox to get access to the Yahoo search engine. I'll use Firefox to get access to the Chrome, to the Google search engine, sorry. And I can still use Firefox to get access to what? The Bing search engine. These are things you need to understand. Okay, don't get confused. And as you're already getting into the digital marketing space, get used to these digital marketing terms. Know the difference between a search engine and a search browser. Okay, so throughout this session, we are going to be using the Google browser, okay, which is the google.com. Sorry, the Google search engine, which is the google.com. Okay, now let's do a simple search. Let's just carry out a simple search. Let's say I want to search for, let's say, buy a car, for example. Then I'm going to use another tab, still on Google, and I'm going to do another search. And this time around, I'll search for rent a car. Now, I've done two different searches. One is what? Buy a car. Another is what? Rent a car. Now, please pay attention. Look at your screen closely. These are things which you've seen daily, but you don't understand them. Okay? Then one thing you need to understand is that the results that you will receive on your screen when you do your search is based on your location. If you're in Uganda, you might likely get search results that are related to your country. If you are in the United States of America, you are likely to get results that are related to your country, except you specify the country where you want to get these results from. For example, buy a car in Dubai. So if I search buy a car in Uganda, I might get results that are related to that country. But when you type a particular word or a sentence here and you don't specify, then obviously you're going to get results based on your location. I hope that is clear. Please, there are no slides. Try to get down notes. Now, we've just done a random search, right? We have done 2 random searches. We have buy a car and we have rent a car. Now, look at your screen closely, and I'm going to identify some few things which you might have noticed or you might not have, you might have seen, but you don't understand what it means. Now, when you look closely on your screen, you are going to notice something. You're going to notice, let me bring up my notation. You're going to notice this word, sponsor. You notice the word sponsor. You notice the word sponsor. Okay, around, you will notice this approximately 4 times at the top of your screen. Now, if I scroll down, you see another sponsor here. Now, after maximum of 4 sponsors that are connected to these websites, remember, these sponsors are connected to these websites. After 4 of them, maximum of 4, you can have less than 4. After 4 of them, you are now going to see other websites without the word sponsor. See, there is no sponsor above this website. There is none above this. There is none above this. There is none above this. Now, if I scroll down, I might see some below. See, I now have what? Sponsored here. Okay? So after 4 at the top, that's maximum of 4. You can have 1, 2, 3, or maximum is 4, which you can see at the top here. This sponsored. You will have other websites without the word sponsored at the top of them. Then below you might have or you might not have. Like here, we have the word sponsored. Where is it? Where is it? We have the word sponsored here, right? And that is it. That's the end of this page. If I scroll down, then this is another page. It's another page, okay? Whenever you see things like this, searches here or logos, just know that we've come to the end of this page, and we have other pages below. Sometimes you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 here, which you can move to the next pages. That is it for the buy a car search, which we just did. Now I'm taking you guys to another page, which we did another search, which is a rent a car. You'll still notice that there is a sponsored word here, there is a sponsored word here, there is a sponsored word here, and there's a sponsored word here. After the first 4, you don't get results. In your country, you might do the search and you might not get the same results, and I'm going to tell you why, okay, as we move ahead. Now, what makes the difference between the websites carrying the sponsored and those not carrying the sponsored is that some of the ads are paid ads while others are free. Now, any search which carries the word sponsored is a paid ad. What do I mean is a paid ad? This company, Kavak, this company, Toyota, this company, Volvo Car UAE, this company, Cars24, they have all paid Google, which is a search engine. So Google can show their ads on this page, on the Google first page. This is the first page of the Google search result. This is the Google search result page. The page which you see here is known as the Google search result page. Whenever you do a search on Google, just know that the page that appears in front of you is known as what? The Google search result page. And there are several of these pages. There are more than 2,000, 3,000 of those pages. This is the first page. Okay, so these companies have paid Google, so Google can show their ads on the Google, on the first Google result search page. Okay, on the first Google search result page. Now, after the fourth one, we now have free. Now, all these sponsored you see here, all these companies that are paid, this is what we call Google ads, or what we call PPC, or what we call search engine marketing. So you either call it search engine marketing, or you call it PPC, which is pay per click. I'll explain to you what that means, or what we call Google ads, because we are running these ads on Google. Okay, now the free ads are here thanks to what we call search engine optimization. Okay, so that's why I said I'll be talking about these two at the same time so you can understand it more better. Now, how did companies come about? How did they actually create these paid ads? And what is the importance of creating the paid ads? How did these companies bring their websites to the first page of Google through what? Free ads, because these are all free ads. These companies that have created these ads are not paying anything, but yet their ads are shown on the first page of Google. Before your content reaches on the first page of Google, trust me, you must have toiled for months, at least 6 months. Okay? You must have toiled for at least 6 months before you can have this appear for free. If you're not paying for it, then it's going to appear for free. And for it to appear for free, you must have worked tirelessly. Now, these ads, which you see here, has been placed here by digital marketing experts. That is the job of the digital marketing expert, or what we call the PPC specialist. I'm going to explain to you guys what PPC means, okay? Then the free ads is here thanks to what? The SEO specialist or the search engine optimization specialist. Okay, so right now, let's talk about search engine marketing. Now, I've differentiated between the search engine marketing and the search engine optimization. Okay, now I'm just going to briefly explain to you guys what it means so that when we get to other aspects, you are going to understand more better. I want to take you guys to where PPC begins. Okay, so now this is social media. We are done with this. I'm supposed to begin from here. Okay. So PPC, equally known as search engine marketing, or what we call pay-per-click, is a type of sponsored online advertising that is used on a web range of websites, including search engines, where the advertisers only pay if a web user clicks on their ad, hence the title pay-per-click. Just be patient, I will explain this to you, okay? Now, I earlier mentioned these are all paid ads, and we consider them as what? PPC, or Google Ads. Okay, these ads have been created by different companies, or with the help of digital marketing experts, companies have been able to create these ads that have appeared on the Google search result page. Okay, now why do we call it PPC? Now, when a digital marketing expert creates these paid ads, the companies are charged. When these ads appear here, companies are only charged when people do their search and then they click on the paid ad, which means that if I do a search right now, these paid ads have appeared. If I don't click on it, the companies that have created these ads will not be charged. So they will not pay for these ads which have been created. They only pay when someone comes here and click, which means that if I want this company to be charged for this ad they have created, I'm going to click on it. If I click on it, they will be charged. That is why it is called PPC, or what we call pay per click. You only pay when someone clicks on your ads. I hope that is well understood. So advertisers places bid on keywords or phrases that they think their target audience will type in a search field when they are looking for specific goods or services. I didn't want to use slides because it might get you guys confused. All right, so I've explained to you guys the difference between paid ads and free ads. So let's focus now on the paid ads, okay? Now, whenever you go to a Google, whenever you go to any search engine and you type a word, if you are not a digital marketer, you are a researcher. The word which you type at the top here is known as a search term. It is called a search term. To you, the researcher, it is known as a search term. So whenever you're using Google, you want to do your research, the word which you're typing is known as a search term. Now, whenever you type a search term, you're going to have results. How do these results come about? The only way you can get this result is only when companies use the same word in their ads when they are creating it. So when a company is creating an ad, a paid ad or a free ad, and they use this word in their ad, okay, that is the only time your content is going to show here. Why is it that I type buy a car and I didn't see buy a house, or maybe buy iPhone 13 Pro Max? That is because this search term is only found in these ads, okay? Those other companies did not use the search term buy a car. That's why we could not see that on the screen. We only see those words, we only see those ads of companies that have used the word buy a car in their ads. Now, you as a researcher, when you use that word, it is known as a search term. But when a company or when a digital marketer uses that word in an ad, it is known as a keyword. Know the difference. Keywords and search term, know the difference. They are the same words, but it is known as a search term to a researcher and a keyword to a digital marketer. So when a researcher types a search term on a Google search result page and these results pop up, these results only pop up when that digital marketer, when a digital marketer uses this as a keyword in their ad. Okay, so this is what people always call Google Ads. Don't get confused. This is what people always call Google Ads. There are different types of Google Ads. There is what we call the text ad, like what you see. This is a text ad because it's only full of text. You cannot see any message. You cannot see any image, no videos, full of text. It is known as a text ad. This is a text ad. Okay, these are all text ads. These are all text ads because they only have text. These images are just drawn from the website. Okay, there's a link when you're creating a paid ad, you always place the link of your website. These images are not part of the ad, they have just been gotten from the website. Okay, so when you're creating the ad, you only use text. There is no image, there is no video. So these are what we call text ads. Remember, paid ads are the ads that have the word sponsored. Okay, and text ads are paid ads, and text ads only carry text, no image, no video. Please try to understand that. Okay, another type of paid ad or another type of Google ad is what we call display ads. Display ads only appear on partner websites. Now, some of you may ask yourself this question. There are so many people who create free content on the web. They have websites where you go there, you get content for free. Sometimes you ask yourself, how is it possible? How do these people make their own money? These are questions you ask yourself. I am getting this content entirely for free. How do they make their money? All those companies or all those bloggers, those who own those websites, they have partnered with Google. When they partner with Google, Google is going to use their website to show advertisement, and Google only shows what we call display ads. Okay, so when they show these display ads on their website, they are being paid for using their ad. Google pays them for using their website. Example, if I take you to a website, there is a website known as now, if I take you guys to this website, I just want to show you something. This website is a news website, right? Their job is just to give out free content. Okay, they give out free content. Now the question is, how do they make their own money? Okay, how do they actually make their money? They are partners with Google. So Google uses this website to show advertisements. How do I know? These are all ads. These are ads you see here. This is an image. This is an image ad here. This is another image ad here. This is another image. Wait, I've just skipped that. This is another image ad here. How do I know they are all image ads, and how do I know these ads have been placed here by Google? If I scroll to the top and I hover my mouse here, there is an eye here. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Let me zoom it a little. See, when I hover my mouse over this section on this ad, you see what? Ads by Google. This is an image. It's not a text. This is an image that is displayed on this website. And when I hover my mouse over this section, you see what? Ads by Google. This is what we call a display ad. And Google only shows these ads on partner websites. You cannot see this on search engines. Okay, you cannot see it on your search result. If I scroll down again, we might find another ad. This is another ad here. And if I hover my mouse over this eye you see here, it shows what? Ads by Google. These are what we call display ads. And as a certified digital marketing expert, you should be able to create ads like this. Okay, you create ads on Google. Google now in turn shows these ads on the various partners. Google has more than 3 million plus partners. Both we have display partners, we have search partners. Okay, Google has more than 3 million plus. So when you create such an ad, these ads will be shown on the display panel. The ads are so many. There are so many ads on this website. This is still another one here, property finder. This is another ad here, sell any car. This is another ad here from different companies. This is another ad here. This one is talking about what? It's talking about Dubai Harbor. This is about tourists. If I hover my mouse over here, you see what ads by Google. That is how this lady who owns this website makes her money. Okay, so we've talked about search or text ads that only display text. We've talked about display ads that display on different websites or partner websites. Then we have what we call the video ads. We equally have what we call the video ads. All video ads are being shown on YouTube. Have you ever noticed a situation whereby you're watching a video and you keep on receiving interruptions? You are being interrupted by videos which you are not really interested in, right? So when you're interrupted by those videos, those are what we call display, those are what we call video ads. So if I, for example, if I click on this video, the video will not just start playing, an ad will just pop up. This is not the video I wanted to watch, okay? I wanted to watch something from Mackenzie Comedy, but this is what actually popped up. So this is a video ad. How do I know it's a video ad? You see here, ad just below here, and you see a skip ad. So after the video has played for some time, they will now permit you to skip the ad. So if I click on skip ad, then of course, I'm going to now watch the video I wanted to. Okay, I'm going to continue with the video I wanted to watch. This is known as what? A video ad. Then of course, we have another type of ad, which is known as a shopping ad. So a shopping ad is an ad which comes with an image, the price of a product, the company that is actually selling that product, okay, the name of the product as well. For example, if I say, let's just say iPhone 12 or iPhone 14, let me say iPhone 14. And shopping ads are always, they are always applicable to products. You can't have shopping ads for services. See, these are all shopping ads, and they're all ads from Google. See, this is an image, this is the name of the product, the price, the company that is actually selling that product, and maybe some specifications here. These are all ads from Google. These are all ads from Google, Google ads, and they are known as well shopping ads. And how do I know they are all shopping ads? You see a sponsor. This sponsor is applicable to all of this, okay? And these ads, they do appear in ascending order. They appear depending on how much each of these companies are willing to pay for the ad. So there's what we call, when you get into detail as far as Google Ads is concerned, you're going to learn what we call bidding strategies. Okay, you're going to learn more about bidding strategies. Okay, I don't want to really take you guys deep into Google Ads itself, but in a general sense, that is what Google Ads is all about. Okay, you need to know what Google Ads are. You need to be able to, you have to identify, differentiate between the different types of ads. You should be able to differentiate between a free ad and a paid ad. This is very, very important. Any question as far as Google Ads is concerned? I think I've really given you guys an in-depth as far as the ads are concerned. Any question? Questions? Please, if you can't get us, please check your mic. Your mic should have a problem. You have not logged in correctly. Talking to Joseph. Any question? All right, let me give you guys 1 minute. Just try to deliberate on what we've discussed now, then we proceed with the next module. Okay, question from Nufang Joel. How do I create ads? You need to undergo a training. You need to undergo a training on how to create Google Ads. That is part of the digital marketing program, okay? To go through Google Ads itself, it can take you approximately a month to complete the whole module and understand how it's been done. All right, if there are no questions, let's proceed to SEO. But before SEO, let's look at some advantages and disadvantages of PPC. All right, so as far as PPC is concerned, the first advantage is that it's very fast. When you create an ad, a Google ad, it takes effect immediately, which means that if I create an ad now and I want that ad to be shown in Sierra Leone, for example, immediately that ad starts showing in Sierra Leone. Okay, it is very fast. Get targeted visitors within hours. Immediately you create an ad, it takes less than no time to start delivering. It provides a path for search engine optimization. It's a very good way for you to optimize your site as well, because you are going to be driving traffic to your website. And when people visit your website, they are going to interact with you. It can yield high profitable results. So long as the products or services you're rendering are great, people are always going to get to you and you're going to make a lot of profit. Great testing platform and can be highly targeted. You can decide what time of the day to show your ads. You can decide the area in which you want to show your ads. You choose specific keywords, the kind of what you want people to type on the search engine if they want to see your ads. Content network is very good. We have immediate feedback. You get responses immediately. There is nothing like what we call gestation or maybe gestation period. There is no time for it to settle before the ads start running. It starts running immediately. Easy implementation, and it is very, very flexible. I think Google Ads is one of the cheapest means of running campaigns, just that for you to be able to be an expert, it takes a lot of time as compared to social media marketing. Google Ads takes a lot of time. You need to understand the strategies. You need to understand the various objectives. You need to understand the various campaigns before you can be able to create a very good Google Ads or a very good Google Ads. Disadvantages. Missing bulk of the traffic, focusing only on a selected keyword. So what happens is that when you're creating a Google Ads, only keywords which you've typed will be able to be shown to your audience, which means that if someone wants to buy, let's take an example. If someone wants to buy a red shoe, if someone wants to buy, let me try to make it in a way you understand. If your business, you have a shop, let's say you have a website that deals with different products, but you create an app that is only related to shoes, and someone wants to buy dresses. If the person comes online and type dresses, your website will not show, because the keyword which you used were shoes on that particular app, which means that if you want that app, if you want your website to be shown to that person, you need to equally include those keyword dresses as well. Okay, so that's why we say missing bulk of the traffic. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that you're really going to make sales, because your content will determine the number of sales you make. If someone clicks on your ad, you may have a lot of traffic. You may have a lot of engagement. When someone visits a site and sees that what you are actually advertising is not what they want, you're not going to make sales. So it is not guaranteed that you're going to make sales. But so long as what you are giving your client is great, you're going to make so much sales. It is less trusted. Yes. SEO, which is a search engine optimization, is far more trusted than paid ads, because we have so many people creating paid ads that are doing illegal businesses. So many illegal businesses run through Google Ads. So before you click on a Google ad, you need to think twice and be sure that you need to be certain that this is a legit business. Expensive. As compared to free ads, Google Ads is expensive. But as compared to other paid ads, it is relatively cheaper. It is complicated, like I said before. For you to understand Google Ads, you need to go through a seasoned training. If not, you're just going to be doing rubbish. You'll just be doing things that are not good, okay? And you will spend lots of money online without getting results. Click fraud. There are so many people online. We have a lot of scammers. We have a lot of fraud online. So you need to be very, very careful. And before people trust your business, it takes time. You need to be sure that what you're giving is the truth and nothing but the truth. You pay regardless to any sales. Okay, so when you run your ads, so long as someone clicks on the ad, you pay Google. Even if the person makes sales or not, even if you make sales or not, you're going to pay Google because they have already clicked on the ad. But there is an exception which has been made specifically for e-commerce businesses. And we call that shopping ads. So shopping ad is totally different. That's why we always say in digital marketing that pay-per-click is when we always consider that as you pay to Google when they click on your ad, okay? And there is always that word usually in bracket, because when someone is running a paid ad using the shopping campaign, then you only pay Google when someone visits your shop and visits your shop online or your store online and makes a purchase. So this one is only, applicable to e-commerce platforms like Amazon, eBay. But if you just have your normal business, you want people to visit your website, then you should be going with the direct pay-per-click or the direct text ads. Bidding war. When you get into digital marketing, you're going to understand what we call bidding war or bidding strategies. Let me just break it down so you can understand. Now, when you look at these ads, which we did the research here, these ads, these companies, they don't just appear here by random. If you see Covered at the top, it means Covered is willing to pay more for this ad than Toyota. If Toyota is at the second position, it means Toyota is willing to pay more than Volvo. If Volvo is at the third position, it means they are willing to pay more than what? Cars. So there is what we call the bidding war because of what? The bidding strategies. This company is bidding higher than this. This company is bidding higher than this. This company is bidding higher than this for the keyword, because for keywords which you place, there's a specific amount you're willing to pay for that keyword to be shown to your audience. Okay, so that's why we say there is a bidding war. And when you take a digital marketing training wherever you want to, you're going to learn how to manage the bidding strategies, how to overcome this dilemma, how to overcome or to be able to surpass other companies when it comes to bidding, with your keywords. Competitive keywords demand high bid. I already explained that. Keywords that are very competitive, you need to bid higher so that people, because when we talk about competitive keywords, I mean keywords that are being searched online more often. Okay? Like now, they just launched the iPhone 15, right? So that particular keyword will be random online. So if you want to really use that keyword in your app, you should be willing to bid higher than any other company in the same industry. Restricted to text and image ads. Yes, I already talked about text ads. I talked about display ads. If you're running text ads, you're only going to be using text. If you're running image ads, you're only going to be using images. You cannot mix up text images as in the case of social media marketing. With social media marketing, you can mix text, videos, images, all at the same time. But with Google Ads, either you're going for text ads, or you're going for display ads, or you're going for video ads. No mix-up. Traffic stops when you stop paying. Immediately you don't have money in your account, your ad stops running. In fact, it applies to with social media marketing. Let's look at search engine optimization. People always consider this as one of the most difficult, in fact, the most difficult module as far as digital marketing is concerned, but I see it as one of the most easiest because it helps you a lot. Okay, so what is search engine optimization? Search engine optimization is just the process of you guiding content on your website to the first page of the Google search results. Okay, you are guiding content on your website to appear on the first page of Google search results. Okay, so these websites which we saw initially, these are all free. These are all websites that created free ads because they don't have the word sponsor. And they are here thanks to what? Search engine optimization. How did they appear here? They made sure that they did some certain things on their website that made Google to love what they are doing. Because before your website appears here, Google should love what you're doing. The content should be good for the consumption, for Google's consumption, and for the audience's what? Consumption. Okay, that's the meaning of search engine optimization. So, I want to take you guys back. Okay. So search engine optimization is the act of modifying a website to increase its ranking in organic search. Organic search simply means you just type a search for free. So you are increasing your ranking. You want your website, you want your content to rank at the top. And when we talk about it being ranked at the top, we are simply saying that it should appear on the first page and at the top. Now, when we talk about SEO, the top here is not this one. This is not the top of SEO. This is the top of what? Paid ads, top of paid ads. And to be on the top of paid ads, you must be bidding higher. You must be what? Financially stable to be at the top. Now, when we talk about free ads, to be at the top, this is the first ad here. When it comes to SEO, this is the first ad that is at the top. To be at the top, when it comes to this keyword, it means that you have really worked on your content. Okay, so this is what we mean by what? Being at the top of the Google or of the organic search. So SEO is a process of making your website and business worthy for what? Ranking at the top of the search engine result pages. SEO is vital for digital marketing because 93% of online experience begin by using a search engine. If you decide to take your business online, the first thing, you should have a website. The second thing, you need to ensure that the content on your website should run on Google search, right? And you cannot run Google ads itself. The paid ads cannot be done without a website. Okay, so 93% of online experience begins by using what? A search engine. And the search engine helps you to do what? To locate a particular content on a website. 50% of mobile visitors who conducted local search visited a store within the day. And 34% conducted on computer did so. This is a typical example of a search engine optimization. I already explained this to you with a practical example. This is a paid ad at the top here where you have the AD or sponsored, it's a paid ad. Then what you see here are the free ads. So the free ad begins here. Without the word AD, this is the first content on this particular result page. So when it comes to SEO, before we get to why SEO, let me just explain to you some of the things which you need to do on the website. If you own a website, you want your website to rank, there are some certain things you need to do. There's what we call the web structure optimization. I'm just going to be fast about that. The web structure optimization, there are things you need to do on your website to ensure that your website ranks. Things like you need to make sure the grammar on your content are checked, they are good, you have good grammar, the content is great, you should have above 300 words. You should make sure you have events on your website. When we talk about events, we need some buttons, like you have WhatsApp on your website, you have things like live chat on your website. Those are things that will help to push your website to the top. You should have contacts on your website, okay? Your website should maintain a particular pattern when it comes to color, when it comes to fonts as well. Those are things that help to push your website to the top. Why SEO? The results are low cost comparative to what? To ads. You don't pay anything. The only thing you might pay for is maybe designing your website, trying to get one or two content on your website, and that's it. So long as the ranking is being done, so long as content is being managed very well, you're going to reach at the top. You have a better return on investment. People trust free ads far more better than paid ads. If I come to this site right now and if I want to buy a car, if I don't know any of this website, the first website I'll click on is this one because it is trustworthy. It is 100% trustworthy, this particular website, because it's at the top. And it is not a paid ad, which means Google has validated this website. any website that appears on the first page. Please, when we talk about this, don't misquote me, please. Most of the content I'm giving you are for developed countries. Countries like maybe most African countries will not really create good content that will warrant it to appear on the search result page. So Google will only have to do with what they have. Okay, so I'm basing my statistics. My statistics is based on developed countries. Okay, so you have better return on investment. Once your website starts ranking, you're going to make a lot of sales. Definite increase in traffic. Obviously, you're going to have very good traffic. When someone comes here and types buy a car, obviously, this is the first free website they are going to click on. So you are going to receive more traffic. 280 million websites on the web. SEO makes you stand out. We have more than 280 million websites on the internet. And if you're appearing at the top, trust me, you are already doing so well. Higher brand credibility. People trust Google. People trust Google and they believe that what Google has placed at the top is the best when it comes to free ads. Your competitors are doing it. Remember, whatever you're doing, your competitors are doing it. So you are at the top, and which means you are outsmarting what? Your competitors. Now, when it comes to SEO, there are two types of SEO. We have the on-page and the off-page. We are going to break down as when we get into the course itself. But when it comes to on-page are the things you do on the website to make sure it ranks. Like what I just explained to you. You need to work on your text. You need to work on your grammar. You need to work on your keywords. You need to work on your site map. You need to add a map on your website. Make sure you add some internal links in your website. Those are things you're doing, which means you should have a little bit of knowledge about web development if you really want to be very good with on-page. Now, off-page, SEO off-page simply means the things you do out of the website. Like you can write articles on different websites. You place the link of your website on that article so that when people click on it, they will be redirected to your website. It means you're doing things out of your website that is still driving traffic toward your website and is equally increasing the ranking on your website. You can see here social media. You can bring people from social media platforms, article marketing. You can create articles on different websites and it's going to redirect people to your website. Social bookmarking. We have forums, blog, commenting. When people are interacting on different sites, traffic will be poured towards your website. Social media is even one of the very good platform if you really want to deal with SEO off page. Make sure when you're writing articles on your social media platforms, always include the link of your website. It's going to draw a lot of attention and a lot of traffic as well. I've already talked about some of these basic search. So advantages, your website will be found, great. Improve your competitive edge, expand your customer base and target audience, cost effective, you don't spend a lot. Long-term standing, once you've been able to build that website and you start ranking, it's going to be there for a very long time. Free traffic, you don't pay for it. Targeted traffic, you're going to have high sales once you've been able to reach that climax. Remember, SEO takes about 6 months to 1 year for you to start seeing results. It's different from Google Ads where you just run an ad now and the next 15 minutes, your ad is already being shown to people. Better conversion sales once you've been able to, remember all these advantages are only based on, it only applies to, it's only applicable when your website has actually achieved ranking, okay? If you start a new website and you're trying to work on your SEO, you will not be able to get all of this. So this is only applicable to websites that are already receiving more ranking. It increases visibility. Your own 24-hour marketing team, and shop front. So once you have a very good website, the website is ranking, it's going to serve a whole lot for you. Disadvantages. Often websites never index. There are some websites that since it was created, it has not even moved to the 10th page, not even to the 100th page of Google. So those are some of the disadvantages that you will face when you start your SEO. After sites are indexed, often they are not indexed for specific keywords. So there are some keywords that people will type, your website will not show up on those areas, maybe due to the fact that you have not used some specific keywords. Fresh content is very important, but hard to keep up with okay? Domains age plays a role. So for you to actually achieve ranking, your website must have lasted for some number of years. Websites that, statistics have shown that websites that have lasted for more than 2-3 years get better ranking. It's hard work and time consuming. No one really understands how Google works. Sometimes the algorithm can make you go crazy. You might have done everything that is required, but your website is still not ranking. If your competition is high, it gets more difficult. If you're in a particular niche where competition is very high, trust me, it becomes very difficult for you to get at the top. It takes a long time to see the best result. That's true, because it takes time for you to work on your website, making sure that it gets the best, making sure that Google sends its agents. Because before your website starts ranking, guys, you need to invite Google. You don't just sit and you think you just start ranking. No, you need to invite Google. When you invite Google, Google is going to send its agents digitally, okay? Not physical agents. They will send their agents digitally, and these agents are known as crawlers. They will come to your website. They act like scavengers or CCTV cameras. They scan through your website and they report back to Google. When they report back to Google and Google sees your content is great, they will start indexing your website, okay? Gestation period is very long. As compared to paid ad, gestation period is immediate as far as paid ads are concerned, but for free ads, for Google or SEO, the gestation period is very long. It is an ongoing process. You might rank today on the first page, tomorrow you might rank on the second because someone's content is far more better than yours. So you need to keep on improving and ensuring that your content ranks. Any question? Question? Please, don't forget, if you are new here, don't forget to register for the certificate. I'm going to share the link again. I'll just put up the link. If you did not fill it yesterday, please make sure, I'm going to send that in the chat area. We only give certificates to those who have attended. It's going to be a certificate of attendance, please. Don't get it confused with, it's not certificate of attendance. So please make sure. I just wanted to stop sharing my screen so I can share with you guys the link. So just check your chat. You're going to see the link, click on it, and you can fill it up. Okay, so let's proceed. Any question before we proceed? Questions? Guys, I've been doing the talking. Let's get questions. This is a summit. We need questions. No question? Well understood? You can take me back. I don't mind.
All right, hello.
Yes.
So it's obvious that for SEO to happen, one needs a website.
Perfect. Both the free ads and the paid ad, you need a website.
All right, so that is a precondition.
Yes.
They are all preconditions. All right, thank you.
Welcome. Any other question? I have a question here. Please, is copywriting part of digital marketing? Yes, copywriting is part of content creation. What is copywriting? Copywriting Copywriting is simply you writing content for blogs, writing content for social media. That has to do with what? It has to do with text only, right? That's copywriting. While content creation, while content marketing itself is both the text, the images, everything that has to do with what? Creating content for all the different digital marketing modules. So yes, it's part of digital marketing, it's part of content creation. I hope it's clear. Joel, I hope I've answered your question. I think there is another question here. Okay, no question. Okay, now I'm just going to go through the other modules which I'm not really going to stay long on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about email marketing. We have some other modules. These are the various modules, guys. We have the three major. These are the three major modules, the pillars. This is what we call the foundation of digital marketing. We have the SEO, which we've talked about. We have the PPC, and we have the social media marketing. Then other pillars, which you need to know: affiliate marketing, email marketing, content marketing, web development, web design, analytics, okay, and mobile marketing. Okay, I'm just going to brief you guys on email marketing. Email marketing is simply the use of emails to reach out to a specific audience. Okay, so we are able to use a group of email addresses to reach out to people. Then, of course, at the same time, that is what we call email marketing. Now, how do you go about when it comes to email marketing? Before you start running campaigns, as far as email marketing is concerned, you must have collected a good number of emails. For example, as far as a tool known as MailChimp, I think the minimum emails you need to run campaigns is 1,000 emails. Now, how do you get emails? There are several ways you can get emails. And thanks to what we call a lead magnet, you can use it to be able to collect emails from people. Now, what's a lead magnet? A lead magnet is simply a tool, something you are willing to forego in order to get emails. For example, you might be willing to give out a free ebook, and in return you get emails from people. You may be willing to give out a free event, and in turn you get emails from people. You may be willing to give out a free offer, and in turn you get emails from people. Now, how do you go about it? You need to create maybe a landing page on your website whereby you have a button where people, maybe you have a form where people need to fill, and then once they click on the download button, they are going to get the ebook which you're willing to give to them. So without them filling that form with their names and their email addresses, they will not be able to have access to that button. They will not be able to click on that button. Once they click on that button, they will be giving you their email and in return getting the free gift you are willing to give to them. Same as if someone wants to register for an event, the person will need to give his name, his email address, and of course, once that is done, you'll be able to reach out to that person. Okay, that is it as far as a lead magnet is concerned. Now, once you're able to have a lead magnet, you now need to create what we call a funnel. A funnel is the channel through which those emails are going to move from the audience to a particular tool where you'll be using that tool to run your campaign. Okay, so a funnel could be you've created a form or a landing page on your website. People fill that form with their email address and everything, and the email now will be directed to an email marketing tool. For example, we have MailChimp is an email marketing tool. We have MailerLite is an email marketing tool. We have Convertful. These are different email marketing tools. So once you've been able to collect these emails, you can now broadcast. Once you've been able to collect these email addresses, you can now broadcast emails to these people. You can schedule emails daily. You can schedule emails to be delivered after 2 days or 3 days with the help of what? Email campaigns. So you're going to create campaigns whereby people will be receiving email. That's the reason why sometimes you check your inbox, you have not sent anybody email that requires a reply, but you keep on receiving so many messages in your inbox. That is thanks to email marketing. These companies already got your email one way or the other. Nobody can send you an email without receiving your email address. You might have signed up for a particular program, and once you've signed up, you notice that they got your email. And once they have received your email, that's how they do what? They start sending you mails. Okay, that is just a summary about email. It's not complicated. It is not the way people look at it. First, your lead magnet. Secondly, your funnel. Once your emails have been channeled to your email marketing tool, you now create your campaigns. There are different campaigns you have to create. You can even create what we call an A/B testing. You test different groups of people to see which one is preferable for you to continue giving them more content. Remember, when it comes to email marketing, it's the same as any other digital marketing tool, okay? You will have different groups of people. Today, you are running a campaign on social media, and there are people who are interested in social media marketing. The next day, you're running a campaign on maybe SEO. Or if you have a business, you might have done an ad where people are interested in buying shoes or interested in buying dresses. So when you have those emails, you always be doing what? Be sending out emails to people who were interested in shoes. So you cannot be sending them emails related to other type of shoes. Okay? So that is all about, that's just what email marketing is summary. So when you get into, maybe when you decide to get into digital marketing, wherever you are, you might now start learning how to create these campaigns. You may learn how to create lead magnets. You may learn what a funnel is and different things such as segments, learning how to create groups, learn how to create segments, and that's how you become an email marketing manager or an email marketing specialist. Okay, we've already talked about content creation. Then web development is equally a very vital tool. We always recommend that if you're getting into digital marketing, try to learn about web design. Even if you're not learning the full web development, try to understand an aspect of it because it's really going to help you. You can't talk about search engine optimization without having a knowledge on web design. It becomes so disturbing. That's why at Tactile Global Institute, every student who takes our digital marketing training program, we encourage them to take the web design class. And there's always a special package for them that is different from those who are taking web design individually, because it is an essential tool for them to be successful. Graphic design plays a vital role in the digital marketing space. Without graphic design, you cannot really become successful on social media. Remember, social media is a place where people go to entertain themselves. They want to catch fun. They want to see things that will relieve them of their stress. So if you just go there and you're all serious with text and all that, people will just scroll and pass. But when you have images to illustrate so many things, they are going to love what you are sharing. Videography too is very, very important. We always place that under the design sector as well. Okay, then we have what we call analytics. When you're going through digital marketing, you should equally understand what analytics is. After going through all the campaigns, you should be able to analyze what is happening in the various campaigns. For example, you've done your ads on Google. How many people visited my business? How many people came from Douala, Yaoundé, or from Kenya, from Sierra Leone? How many male, how many females? Which devices were they using? You need to be able to analyze this, because when you're able to analyze this, it will help you for what? A better decision in future. Take an example. If I did an ad in Sierra Leone and Ghana, just from the statistics which I've done, which we've received from the ads which we did in these two countries, we've noticed that people in Sierra Leone are more interested in learning about digital marketing than Ghana. That is the statistics we've received, because we got more of students from this particular country. Okay, so from that statistics, we can now know that if we are about to hold a physical event, as far as digital marketing is concerned, we should be targeting that country first, because we've been able to analyze this. Now, there is a tool that will help you to do the analysis. You don't need to do it on your own. It's very difficult for you to go to all these platforms and you start analyzing one after the other. What you need to do is you connect all these platforms to a central point known as an analytic tool. And Google has a very good tool for that, which is known as the Google Analytics. You will have to understand how Google Analytics works. You link up all these channels together, and this tool will just give you all of this in summary. So your own job at that level is just to be reading what is happening. And from there, you can take what we call better decisions. Guys, we've taken you guys through all the digital marketing module. Then, of course, we have artificial intelligence. I don't really need to talk much about that, because it has really come. It is a blessing and a curse as well, because it is going to make so many people to be lazy. We have tools now that can help you write content, create content, which means those who usually boast that they are good content creators, they might start losing their jobs because we have tools that can generate things like that. We have tools that can generate images. We have tools that can generate a whole lot of text. Okay, so that is how artificial intelligence is coming into digital marketing. That is why we say, learn digital marketing in full. Don't focus on a specific module, because when you focus on a specific module and something hits that module, you might lose your job or you might not have clients in that particular domain. Because artificial intelligence has come now, it is hitting very hard on graphic designers, it is hitting very hard on photographers, it is hitting very hard on content creators. But SEO will remain SEO. You always need someone to run Google Ads. It cannot be done automatically. You need someone to run Google Ads. You need someone to run social media marketing campaigns. So guys, you need to ensure that you embrace all these modules. Once you are familiar with all these modules, you are a complete digital marketing expert, and you can pick up jobs in any country. These are jobs that go global. You can learn accounting in your country, and they have their ways of doing their accounting by carrying out their accounting standard. Every country has its own accounting standard, right? There are some countries that are focused on the OHADA accounting, some are focused on the British accounting. Other countries have their own way of doing things. So it's very difficult for you to migrate from your country to another country to work as an accountant, same as an economist, same as a lecturer. It's very difficult. But as a digital marketing expert, you can work in any country. You can pick clients from any country. I have clients all over the world that I work with, different countries. That's because digital marketing is global. And once you become a globally certified digital marketing expert, then it makes things more easier for you because you have something to back up your knowledge. There are people who have the knowledge very well, but there is nothing to back it up. Sometimes when you meet a client, the client says, how am I sure that my money is not going to waste? Those are things which you can use to back up what you really know. Say, look, I'm a Google certified digital marketing expert. These are my certificates. I have worked with this client, this client, this client, and I'm very good at what I do. Okay, so guys, that is it as far as digital marketing is concerned. Now, let me just walk you guys through some of the fields that are related to digital marketing. When you go through a digital marketing course, you can become an SEO specialist. So your own job is just to be ensuring that websites do rank. You can become a PPC specialist. Your own job is to be creating Google Ads campaigns. You can become a social media marketing manager. Your own job is just to be creating ads on social media platforms. Most companies recruit people individually. They recruit people from these domains. Companies have grown so big. There are companies that have grown so big in such a way that they don't just need a specific digital marketing expert. They need people from these different domains. They need an SEO specialist, PPC specialist, SMM specialist, even content creators. Okay, they need people from these different domains. But once you know all of it, you are solid. If you see a job for an SEO, you apply. You see a job for PPC, you apply. You see a job for SMM, you apply. Okay, so you become a globally recognized and a certified digital marketing expert. At Tadita Group Institute, which is one of the sponsors of this program, because this program is actually organized by the TG Digital Agency, they are in charge of, they are just there to help companies achieve their potentials as far as the digital marketing space is concerned. So you have most of the presenters which you've had from the TG Digital Agency. I am a tutor at Tadita Group Institute. I think one of the tutors of Tadita Group Institute was to present, but she did not present because she had other commitments. So she could not be part of this program. Okay, but we have others who are just, they are from the TG Digital Agency, and we are happy. We want to thank them very well, thank them very much for spending most of their time or taking time out of their busy schedule to be part of this program. So guys, if you want to be part of the Institute, I think the digital marketing course runs for 4 to 6 months. I think 6 months approximately. If you want to be part of the Institute, please you contact Michelle. I'm sure that's the person who got to you guys to to be part of this program, just get to her and she will drill you on what you need to do. And I think there is a promotion which is currently going on. There is a discount, a promotion going on right now. So if you want to be part of the program, you can get to her and she will enlighten you on what to do as far as the program is concerned. The next batch, I think, begins it should be 2 weeks' time. I don't know, it should be in 2 weeks' time, the next batch begins. So please, you can get to her and you learn more about the program. It's a certified program, global recognized. You have the CPD and the GOGO certification program. Okay, so you become a CPD certified digital marketing expert from UK, you become a GOGO certified digital marketing expert, that's from the US, and you become a TGI certified digital marketing expert, that's a certificate from the United Arab Emirates. 3 certifications, globally recognized. So you can get to her and she's going to drill you. I think you're equally going to receive a summary about that in the forum. I'm sure she's going to give you a summary on that in the forum as well. So guys, I want to thank you all for being here right up to the end. Please make sure, if you have not filled that form, you will not get a certificate. Please, I'm not the one producing the certificate, the agency does that. So if you've not filled the form, kindly go to the chat, click on the chat, you're going to see the link to the form, fill the form, and I'm sure in the next 1 week or so, you should be getting the certificate. We'll inform you when the certificates are ready, and you will get them through your email addresses. Any question? Any question? If I have to keep talking, I can talk even up to tomorrow. Any question? No question? Someone's hand is up. Yes, Mohammed Ashmiru, your hand is up.
I just want to know about the certificate and the process, because I already did mine yesterday, so I don't know if we should do it again or we should just keep after doing.
No, if you filled the form yesterday, then it's fine. You don't need to fill it again.
Okay, thank you.
Any other person? All right, if there are no questions, I want to thank you all for joining this program. Please make sure you stay tuned to the forum. Don't exit the forum. We're going to be having, once in a while, we will have some tips on digital marketing which will be shared in the forum. So please don't leave the forum. Make sure as well to join the TG, the Tadita Group Institute channel. The link will be shared in the forum as well. So it's in the forum, it's in that channel whereby we're going to, because the channel can take more than 100,000 people. So we want a situation where we are going to be having mini courses in that forum where you can keep on updating yourself as far as the digital marketing space is concerned. Thank you all once again for joining us. I want to thank the presenters so much for giving us a top-notch presentation. Thanks to Madam Bime Lira, to Mr. Nja Derek. They have really done an exceptional job. Despite their busy schedule, they were able to keep whatever they were doing and join us. We're going to be having subsequent trainings as well. We're going to inform you whenever these trainings come up, because we'll be touching most of the individual programs as well. Thank you all for joining us, and see you guys